After 40 years in emergency medicine and treating thousands of people dealing with the consequences of their alcohol use, including acute withdrawal, I'm going to tell you the harsh truth about your first 30 days of sobriety that most doctors can't or won't share. I'm Dr. Donald Crowe, and 27 years ago I was exactly where you might be right now, questioning whether I could actually stop drinking and wondering what the hell I was about to go through. Whether you're watching this at 2 a.m. wondering if tomorrow is finally the day, or you've already made the decision to quit, this video will prepare you for what's coming. Because here's what nobody tells you. The first 30 days aren't just about trying not to drink. If they were, you'd be sober already. Success comes from strategy, adding other resources to willpower, beginning with knowledge. Let me start with the hard science. When you drink consistently, whether it's for months or years, your body literally rewires itself. Alcohol is a depressant, so your brain fights back by producing stimulating chemicals to balance things out. It's called upregulation, and it's why you can function while drinking heavily. But here's the problem. When you remove alcohol, those stimulating chemicals are still there. And now they're running the show. Your autonomic nervous system that regulates bodily functions goes haywire. Your heart rate spikes, your blood pressure shoots up, you feel nauseated, your skin becomes hypersensitive, and your muscles might twitch or spasm. This is alcohol withdrawal. And this is actually a good thing because it means you've taken the first steps toward a chemically free life. These symptoms typically peak on day 2 or 3, then start to fade as you approach the end of the first week. But, and this is crucial, if you're a very heavy drinker, this all can be life-threatening. Severe withdrawal can cause seizures, delirium, and yes, it can even kill you. If you've had serious withdrawal symptoms in the past after trying to quit, you must have medical supervision if you try again. And if you have a question whether your intake may put you at risk for severe withdrawal, seek medical evaluation before stopping. Don't be a hero here. The symptoms of withdrawal have secondary consequences. The GI distress expected in withdrawal can lead to poor fluid intake, dehydration, and even malnutrition. You will feel better if you drink plenty of fluids containing some sugar. And your doctor may wish to prescribe you drugs to combat the nausea like Zofran. Eating small, healthy meals on a set schedule 3 to 4 times a day will speed your recovery. Try to emphasize eating meals heavy in proteins, complex carbohydrates, and healthy fats. Overstimulation of your autonomic nervous system will cause your blood pressure to spike, which can be frightening, but is not likely to result in immediate harm. People who have known high blood pressure should continue their usual course of medications during those first 30 days. And of course, withdrawal shifts the brain into high gear that wreaks havoc with sleep. This was one of the most bothersome things for me in those first 30 days. I was convinced I would be the first person in history to die from lack of sleep. I didn't, and neither will you. The siren song of other chemicals to induce sleep can be incredibly tempting. Do not succumb to this. Over-the-counter sleep aids like Benadryl or prescription antidepressants used for sedation often worsen other symptoms and can reinforce the dangerous idea that substituting one chemical dependency for another is a workable solution. True freedom from chemicals is obtainable and is a goal worth a few sleepless nights, trust me. Finally, odd sensations such as crawling skin, changes in taste, sudden episodes of shortness of breath, and many others are common in the first 30 days, but they will fade over time. Fortunately, our bodies are designed to repair themselves quite efficiently, and the physical symptoms of withdrawal after the first week or 2 become much less intense. So after that first week, when the symptoms start calming down, here's when it gets really interesting, and sometimes really hard. Psychological changes take center stage, and your brain is often going to become your worst enemy. There's going to be a voice in your head that knows exactly how to make all this discomfort go away. It's going to whisper, and sometimes scream, that just one drink will fix everything. And biochemically, it's right. That's the insidious part. But here's something important I learned in my 27 years of sobriety. This voice isn't because of a weakness or moral failing. The brain of a chemically dependent person has become rewired, and this voice doesn't arise out of a character flaw, but instead is an expected consequence of a brain attempting to deal with the chemical imbalance it is facing. The voice, however, is lying. The final result of all this biochemical turmoil is cravings, powerful urges that can bypass the best intentions. They are most dangerous during sneak attacks, so being ready for them is the key. By the time most of us have decided to quit, we've accumulated enough bad consequences from drinking that we know that going back isn't a good option, and remembering this can help to escape self-sabotage. During the first 30 days, your emotions are also going to be all over the place. Anxiety, anger, self-pity, jealousy, they'll hit you like a freight train and seem determined to drive self-destructive behavior. But anticipating and surviving them during these first few weeks makes their impermanence obvious. A mantra that is helpful to repeat during those first 30 days is, "This too shall pass." Here's the thing. It's okay to feel enraged, jealous, hopeless, or whatever. These are transient feelings that happen to be floating by. They are not problems to be solved. Remind yourself that drinking will not make them go away and that they cannot harm you. Finally, in the first 30 days of sobriety, in addition to the internal changes like physical symptoms and psychological turmoil, expect external changes in your family, workplace, and community. It is likely that much of your social life revolves around drinking. Navigating the first 30 days will be easier if you identify when you habitually drink. For every habit tied to drinking, create a substitute. Evening wine? Replace it with a walk around the block before the craving hits. Don't wait to feel the urge and then scramble for alternatives. If your friends are really drinking buddies, then you must choose different friends. Seek out and attend gatherings where alcohol is unavailable. Social support can be important. Tell a few close people what you're doing, especially someone who's been through this. See if you can summon the courage to ask for their help. It is highly likely that they will do their best to support you. Don't announce your intention to the world, but having some support is immensely helpful. And here's the thing. The people closest to you probably already know that you have a problem. Saying it out loud can be very helpful, often more liberating than terrifying. So here's what happens if you make it through those first 30 days without drinking. And now, for some good news. You're going to feel a tremendous sense of accomplishment. When you look in the mirror, your skin will improve. You may have lost a few pounds. When you check your wallet, it may be bulging. And you'll have more energy and your outlook on life will have improved. But, and this is critical, the real work is just beginning. Quitting for the first 30 days is the hard part. The harder part is not starting again so that you regain control of your life's second act. 30 days sober does not fix your life, but it surely helps prove that it is fixable. I remember those first 30 days vividly, even after 27 years. The sweats, the sleepless nights, the voice in my head telling me to give up. But here's what I now know that I didn't know then. Freedom from needing chemicals to feel normal isn't just possible, it's achievable. I just needed to learn how. And that will be the topic of many videos to come. If you're watching this and feel scared about what's coming, that's normal. If you've already started this journey, hang in there. The first 30 days are challenging, but they're not impossible. I want to hear from you. If you're facing your first 30 days, comment below and tell me what scares you the most. If you've made it through that first month, tell me what surprised you and what I might have missed in this video. I read every comment and will respond. And listen, you don't have to do this alone. Hit that subscribe button to Second Act Sobriety to access more videos that can help you build the life you want. And finally, visit secondactsobriety.com and join our community. Remember, giving up drinking isn't about losing anything real. It's about getting the life you want. I'm Dr. Donald Crowe, and I'll see you in the next one.